Dayton's news and talk. WHIO.
Hey, what time is it?
It's showtime! Look, it's showtime!
Am I late?
We were just about to begin without you. It's showtime.
Oh, this will be great.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Showtime.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
I'm talking big time, grade A quality snow.
You should say we might see some snow.
It's the first snow.
Snowplows left some snow across the street.
That's a lot of snow.
Eating snow takes more energy than it gives you.
All you can see is snow.
By the way, don't eat the yellow snow.
Rules to live by. Don't eat the yellow snow. Holy cow. It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, live stream up on Facebook and YouTube. And I have to tell you, the building is all abuzz with the impending snowstorm. Can you feel it? Can you sense it in the air? My gosh. It's like someone's wedding night. They're that excited. And I'm no different. We've got meteorologist Nick Dunn, who's going to be on the show in the second hour, just after 6 o'clock, trying to break it all down. Here at the beginning of the show, I'm going to give my own take on it, which I'm sure he will correct later. But so the big thing is people are going to be talking about tonight into tomorrow, of course, and Saturday is this big snowstorm that a couple of years ago they started naming snowstorms like hurricanes. This one is, I guess it's Snowstorm Fern. Snowstorm Fern will be bearing down here on the Miami Valley. And I think from what I saw, what did they say? Maybe like around 2 o'clock or so on Saturday. Late afternoon, early evening, I think is when it's supposed to start rolling in. And it looks, I'll tell you, I mean, this might be the most snow, if they're accurate, this might be the most snow we've had in a while. I can't think of the last time when we've had 11 plus inches of snow. That's one of the predictions. The way this breaks down, if you are basically south of Greenville, a little bit north of Troy, between Troy and Sydney, and up to Urbana. Anything south of that, they're talking maybe 7 to 11 inches of snow or more. And then anything north of that, and we're talking like north of Greenville, Sydney, Bellefontaine, Wapakoneta, and Salina, we're talking 5 to 8 inches. And the further north you go, the less amounts of snow. Now, the big thing, and this isn't going to affect us. I saw Nick Dunn earlier today. He came to my desk and said, hey, would you like me to come on and talk about this tonight and tomorrow? And I said, yes, please, because the thing is it's going to be, I guess, changing quite a bit, or it could change quite a bit. So we're going to keep an eye on it. But the big thing is going to be in the South. And the South could get just pummeled with ice. He told me that they had one particular model where it was predicting 3 inches of ice through parts of the South. Now, what I didn't know, I mean, obviously ice is heavy, right? But he said that, and he's going to confirm it. I think he said for every inch of ice over, like over a long period, like on a power line, when it builds up on that big power line, he said that's like 2,000 pounds of pressure or something ridiculous like that. He'll explain it because, again, I told you, I'm going to give you my take and then he's going to come in later and correct it all. But that's what they're talking about. They're talking about, 7 to 11 inches of snow or more south of that line, which is between Sydney and Troy. And then everything north of that, 5 to 8. Now, of course, be listening to Miami Valley's Morning News tomorrow morning. We will absolutely have the latest. Britley Ritz will be here, and she'll be breaking it down. But yeah, it's gonna get a little crazy. They're talking about it's very likely that we're going to have heavy snow, likely that we're going to have blowing, drifting snow. The ice, very low chance, as I mentioned, and also power outages, low chance. That's what they're saying on WHIO.com. Though I did get an alert today from Spectrum saying that they are preparing for cable outages and internet outages. So be prepared for that as well. And of course, you've got tonight, tomorrow, and probably Saturday morning to go get the bread and milk. You've been warned. Also coming up on the show tonight, we've got tickets to give away for John Mellencamp. He's going to be down at Riverbend Music Center in the summer, and we'll give some tickets away with the current events quiz. Also have that $50 gift card to Forge Garage, Prime Burgers and Craft Beer, located in Liberty Township. And also Will, my intern, is here. Second week in a row, Will has showed up. That is great. Let's give him a round of applause. I'll tell you what, he's been a great intern. Shows up most of the time. We got Barbara in Fairborn. How you doing, Barbara?
Todd.
Barbara.
Did I hear you mention that, quote, if they're accurate? Now, you're talking about other meteorologists in other areas besides ours, right?
Yeah.
Because ours are like the best that there is.
Well, I think they're pretty damn good, but I'm just making the point that, this storm can shift, and that's what that's what I'm talking about. I'm not saying that they're inaccurate. I'm saying that as they sit here now and they give you these totals, if something shifts in the storm shifts in direction or whatever, if there's it may be less, it may be more. That's all.
Well, I thought I was going to have to put the boxing gloves on there for just a second because I thought I was going to have to defend my girl Brittany and my guy Ryan. Now I'm telling you, they're the best.
You want to pummel me a little bit? Is that what you're saying?
I think I could get a good swing in as long as
I know you could. Because Barbara, if you've listened to this show for a while, you should know that I'm a lover and not a fighter.
Oh yes. Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah.
Now you drive for a living.
I do.
So how do you deal with the snow when it's like this?
Unless the county has come out and said it's a level 1, you can't be on the road. We're on the road.
We're on the road. Right.
We're on the road.
I got
the customer cancels. Either way, the customer could cancel the trip. So.
Yeah.
I've had my fair share of whiteouts and slides, and
I can't. I've driven in those types of conditions before, and it's usually just been by myself or maybe with Mary. But I can't imagine driving a large vehicle where you've got 20, 30 people in the back, and you're trying to navigate icy roads, snowy roads, the wind, whiteout conditions, as you mentioned. I just can't imagine that. And it's the same like with being a trucker.
It's funny you should mention that because several years ago I did a trip down south, and we were in somewhere in Alabama. I don't remember where. And they had the world's, at that point, worst ice storm that they had ever had. And I get to the hotel and I try to open the luggage compartment, and they're all covered in about a quarter inch of ice.
Oh, wow. So no clean underwear for people that night.
From the slop, on the road.
Yeah.
And then it would hit the bus, and then the wind would hit it, and then say, oh, okay, it's frozen now. It's going to stay that way a while. And I had to go into the hotel and find a hammer and a flat tip screwdriver and just start kind of tapping my way around.
Tapping your way through the ice on the bus.
Yeah,
wow. Yeah. Wow. But you finally got everybody's junk out of there, right?
Everybody's junk was unloaded, and they had their own junk to contend with.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. Well, Barbara.
And by the way, I am not working for the next 2 days.
Oh.
So I will not be out in this
Well,
mess. Can you believe it?
Good for you. I was just going to say, if you're out, be careful, but stay home and cozy.
Just a luck of the draw that I got to stay home.
All right, Barbara, I appreciate your call. Thanks for that. 937-457-1290. We have a update.
Start the car.
Cars into buildings.
In local news, a spectacular car crash. House car.
So this happened yesterday around 2:45 p.m. And yes, we count these incidents up in Allen County. Now, I know that's way up north from here, but we have a ton of WHIO listeners from Lima. I hear from them all the time. They call the show. They comment on stuff on Facebook. So I include them as part of the WHIO listening area, as I do like down south into Warren. We had one the other day in Mason, which is, it's kind of southern Warren County. Well, this is up in Lima. And this was crazy. I posted a picture of this on my Facebook. State Highway Patrol says a commercial, now in this story, they said semi-truck, a big rig hit a home after traveling off the right side of the roadway, striking a guardrail, a fence, and then the house. The impact caused partial collapse and damaged 3 vehicles parked near the home. The big rig driver suffered non-life-threatening injuries, was taken to the hospital. 2 people were inside the home at the time. Neither of them suffered life-threatening injuries, but they were transported to the hospital. The big rig, of course, sustained severe damage and was towed from the scene. Crash remains under investigation. So that is number 9 for the year. Number 9. If you're keeping track.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Spell it out.
T-double-D. H-double-L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Oh, Patricia, I wish they were actually fighting, not siding. Wienermobile fighting on 70 westbound. That's what I was hoping for. Oh, weather impacts. It's changing. Everything's very high now. People are fighting? What? People are fighting on the live stream? Well, be nice, everybody. Be nice. I like to keep my live streams a safe place to land where everybody can enjoy themselves. So please, no fighting, no yelling, no screaming. No typing in caps. No illicit emojis. Okay, well, I'm just checking, just making sure everybody's okay. Harvey is saying it's BS that they started naming the winter storms a few years ago. Is he saying that isn't true? Or he's just saying it's BS that they started doing that? You know what I mean? Like there's the difference because they do name them now. In fact, when they started naming them, I remember the meteorologists here were like, we're not going to refer to them by name. That's I think they thought that was like a Weather Channel thing, which is sort of they see as a competitor. So they didn't want to, they don't want to give that any publicity. But now I think the National Weather Service names them, pretty sure. I wish I could find the TikTok still, but there's a trend going around where you're supposed to impersonate an owl. Saw one that went, this is my impersonation of an owl from Dayton, Ohio, WH. Who ran their car? Who ran their car? I gotcha. All right, so here's what this says. The Weather Channel began naming winter storms in late 2012. The practice is meant to help the public monitor high-impact storms similar to hurricanes. However, the names are not official designations. So it's not the National Weather Service. It's the people at the Weather Channel. The National Weather Service does not acknowledge the Weather Channel's winter storm names and asks that its forecast offices to refrain from using the Weather Channel names. You got it, Harvey.
Fake money. We'll have more on that at 5:30. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
Back to the show, everybody.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook and YouTube. A lively discussion right now on the folks watching the live stream. And we have almost 30 people watching right now. That's a pretty good number. That's a healthy number of edge heads. As to the naming of winter storms. So I know that the Weather Channel started naming these storms like I don't know, 10 years ago. I looked it up. It's just a Weather Channel thing. The National Weather Service does not recognize these storm names. But they're doing it for marketing purposes, so everybody on the live stream can call them. There was some back and forth going on. 937-457-1290. And on the subject of the snow that's coming this weekend, I was just watching Chief Meteorologist Austin Cheney during the newscast here during the commercial break. And the 5 to 8 inches is now 5 to 9 inches. And the 7 to 11 inches is now 7 to 12 inches. So we're inching up as we get closer to the snowy weekend that we're in store for. We do Wing It Wednesdays here on the Evening Edge, and this is an opportunity when nonprofits can come in and be on the show. They come in a little bit after 6:30. They're on until 7. That's the end of the show. And they get to talk about their good works, their mission, the things that they're doing to help our community. And we have openings for 2026. Now, I'll tell you what, I'm surprised how quickly these are filling up. So if you have an event that's either coming up or you know of an event that's going to happen this summer or even the fall, and you're a nonprofit and you want to come on the show and promote it, now is the time to schedule it because there's only so many Wednesdays in the year. And some of those Wednesdays are already taken. Some of those Wednesdays I'll probably be on vacation. Or we could have some sort of other interruption with the show. Who knows? So get on it now. If you'd like to be a guest, you can come in and all it costs you is a order of chicken wings. Or you can bring in an entire tray of chicken wings. Some people have done that. We'll take whatever, but it's just an exchange. You just come in, you bring me some wings, and then you wing it. You can get details on my Facebook page at Evening Edge Todd.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
Double D. Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
So you know what Mary did today? Before I came into work, she asked me, because, you know, she's at home, she's recovering from her surgery. She asked me if I would bring the treadmill from our mudroom and put it in the living room so she can start doing some walking. She's feeling better and she needs to get up and start doing some walking. So I moved this gigantic heavy thing into the living room and I set it up. I just kind of set it up for her, but I didn't plug anything in. I didn't do anything like that. She asked me not to do that. She just said, just set it up and I'll take care of the rest. So I said, okay. So I set it up and I leave for work. I get to work and 5 minutes after I get here, I get a text from her saying, I just plugged it in and we've lost power downstairs in the living room. And I've gone and flipped the circuit breakers back and the power's still not coming on. So somehow this treadmill has shorted out something in the house that she is not easily able to fix. So when I come home tonight or go home tonight, that is my first task. Now we have power upstairs and not the entirety of the downstairs is without power. It's just one wall. But it's the wall with the big screen. It's the wall with that had the cable or the Wi-Fi, which we're able to move, but we got to figure out what the story is. And she checked all of those GC or what are those called? GFC ones or GFCIs? Those little buttons on some of the outlets that can get popped. And she's like, do you know any electricians? I'm like, I mean, we had Reliable Electric was our Hot Hat Friday last Friday, but, you know, I don't want to pay a bunch of money for this. So, I don't know. We'll see. Will, you are very well behaved. I don't know. Well, she's unplugged everything, but it's still not coming back. So I don't know. I don't know. All I know about electricity is who to call when it doesn't work.
If breaking news, traffic, or severe weather happens anytime this hour, we'll break in immediately because you need to know now. This is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
Be of good cheer and call me.
Call me now.
Call me. He's laughing at us right on the radio.
Least we could do is get him on the radio and talk to him.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me at 457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook and YouTube. Coming up just after 6 o'clock, scheduled to appear, Storm Center 7 meteorologist Nick Dunn is going to be here, breaking down the big snowstorm that's heading our direction this weekend. So I'll be talking to him. Also, Will, my intern, is here. He's got another Punchline Report, which we will get to also next hour. Right now, though, I've got a pair of tickets to give away to see John Mellencamp. He's going to be at Riverbend Music Center July 19th. The Dancing Words Tour, the greatest hits. If you'd like to take a current events quiz, it is a John Mellencamp Little Pink Houses lyrical trivia quiz, current events quiz. Be the fifth caller at 937-457-1290. You'll talk to Parker. We'll get you on the line, and we'll get going, and you can hopefully win those tickets. Everybody wins. One of the things I don't like is when I go visit somebody's house and they have this requirement that you must take your shoes off when you go inside. I am not a fan of that. My late grandmother-in-law, I guess that would be right, Mary's grandma. She passed away not long ago, but she had a rule at her house when we'd go over there for Christmas, when they were still having everybody over for Christmas, you had to take off your shoes. Now, here's why. They had white carpeting, which I never understood. I understand that it looks kind of nice, but I kind of feel like if you've got a good sized family and people are going to be coming to visit, or you're going to have visitors from time to time, maybe white carpet is not the carpet to have in your house. But it drives me nuts. I hate that because, you might have holes in your socks. You might have foot odor. There's all kinds of reasons. And it could be embarrassing to you if you are dealing with that. But then the other people have to deal with your foot odor and your big toes sticking out of your socks, that kind of thing. There is a company in New York City. It's a startup company. It's an AI startup. So they're all young. It's called Spur, and they have decided to make their company shoe-free. If you work at this company or you are a guest to their offices, they require you to remove your outdoor shoes. Now, they will give you some slide-ons that you can wear while you run around the office. And they say there's a couple of reasons for this. One, there is some scientific proof that certain things that should not be introduced into your home can be tracked in. For example, heavy metals. That's a real thing. I saw a study about this because when I saw this, I thought, well, there's got to be like a real reason why somebody doesn't want you wearing shoes into your house. And there is. You might track stuff in. There's bacteria, dog poop, stuff like that, right? But this isn't the real reason they're doing this. They say they want people running around in their slippers because it gives a feeling of home, so this becomes a second home. They want their work to feel like home. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants work to feel like home, do they? I don't think so. I mean, it's nice that you have a comfortable place to go and work, hopefully. But, if I showed up someplace, like if I had an interview and they said, well, you got to take your shoes off, I don't think I would stay. But I'm just curious if anybody else has encountered that at a business. Definitely people have encountered that at, visiting family and friends or different places. And I know in some countries it's custom. I understand that, but that's not the custom here. But I'm just curious if anybody has encountered that. All right, we've got, let's see, who do we have here? We have Steve in Brookville. Hey, Steve, how you doing?
I'm doing all right, Todd. Is everything okay?
Everything's okay unless you ask me to take my shoes off before coming into your house.
That might be a possibility, but I've also got the exception to where if I want to, I can take my shoes off in my office.
Oh, you know what? Now, do you work alone? Or do you work with a bunch of people?
I work with a bunch of people, but we've got like separate office areas.
Okay. The reason I ask is he doesn't work here anymore, and I'm not going to call him out, but there was a reporter at Channel 7 that used to walk around the newsroom in his socks.
Is it carpeted?
It is carpeted, but still,
let him walk
I just feel like
we do it.
I just feel like nobody wants to see your feet, even if they're covered in stockings or socks.
Well,
I just don't want to see it.
I don't want to see your feet, but if you got socks on, I'm okay with it.
Well, I don't mind seeing ladies' feet. I'm just being honest, but all right.
That's you.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not a feet person.
Okay. Let's get to the current events quiz here, Steve.
Oh my God! Listen, everybody! It's the Evening Edge Current Events Quiz.
A quiz, hotshot.
Can you answer the question?
I bet you think you're pretty smart, huh?
Now, here's your host, Todd Hollst.
I love sandal
Sponsored
season.
locally by Titan Graphics.
I love sandal season. Sandal season is my favorite season, along with sundresses. Yep. All right, Steve.
Sundresses, I agree 100%.
Okay. All right. You're just not a feet guy.
Feet, no.
All right. What if they're painted nicely and they're manicured or pedicured, I guess?
They look nice, but that's as close as I get to them.
Huh.
I'm still standing up.
Okay. All right. John, you're playing for a pair of tickets to go see John Mellencamp July 19th at Riverbend Music Center. And what we've done is we've combined a John Mellencamp Little Pink Houses lyrical trivia contest with the current events quiz. So have you ever heard the current events quiz?
I think so. Is this the one where all the answers are Spanish?
No, they're not Spanish. The answer. Oh, yes. Boy, man, I missed that one, didn't I? I missed that one. All right. So they're all C. Lordy.
But I do want to hear them all because you actually come up with some pretty good answers.
Well, see, here's the little secret. The gist of this is that answers A and B are supposed to be jokes, and then C is the actual one.
Understood.
Sometimes the jokes land, sometimes they don't.
Understood.
Or it just puts a little smile on your face. They don't have to be.
I've been listening to you for a while.
Okay, you got it. All right. Here's question number 1. In the song "Little Pink Houses," what is the young man in a t-shirt listening to? A, his mom yelling at him. B, sirens blaring down the street, or C, a rock and rollin' station?
Boy, that one's tough. C.
Good guess.
Well, when I was a teenager listening to Johnny Cougar Mellencamp,
Yeah.
all of those.
Yeah. I mentioned this the other night. You know, he started out as Johnny Cougar. Then it became Johnny Cougar Mellencamp. And then I think it was John Cougar Mellencamp. And then it just became John Mellencamp.
I believe you're 100% correct on that, Todd.
I'm hoping he goes back to Johnny Cougar in his later years.
He
is in his later years.
I like Johnny Cougar.
Yeah. That's a great radio name.
It is.
Johnny Cougar. All right, here's question number 2. In the song "Little Pink Houses," along with greasy hair, what other feature does the young man have? A, greasy fingers, B, greasy mustache, or C, greasy smile?
C, all of the above.
Yeah, I guess. Steve, I have to tell you, you're having more fun with this current events quiz than I think anybody has ever had on the show.
I actually actually,
I love it. I love it.
I'm Gen X. I like Johnny Cougar.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you having a good sense of humor about this and just playing along. All right. Here's question number 3 for the big win. In the song Little Pink Houses, what did people say the boy would grow up to be? A sheriff, B, an insurance adjuster, or C, a president?
I'm going to say C.
You got it. But just like everything, then it kind of came and went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could have had a NASA astronaut. Yeah.
Right. All right. Congratulations. Hang on the line, buddy, and we'll get your details and we'll get those tickets to you, okay?
Will do, sir. Thank you very much.
Sure. I love that. I love the way he participated in that. That was great. 937-457-1290 real quickly. Mike in Riverside. Hey, Mike, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, Todd?
I'm well.
That's great. Good to hear. Oh, I love John Mellencamp. That was fun.
Yeah.
So the sock thing.
Yeah.
I did come across this once. I can't remember the name of the place, but it was some sort of ethnic food restaurant.
Right.
And what the whole restaurant wasn't shoeless. It was just a special area that we went to go sit in.
Right. And I kind of get that because it is sort of it's a cultural thing. And if you go to a restaurant where maybe that is their culture, I completely understand that. But generally, you know that going in, right? People will say, what's up with this restaurant? Oh, they're going to ask you to take off your shoes or that kind of thing. I just don't like being surprised by it.
So true.
You know?
And because of that, I always keep like 2 backup pairs of socks in my car. So I'll never be surprised. But that's not for that reason. That's just because I like fresh socks.
That's kind of your thing. You like a good fresh pair of socks.
It is. Well, I work in the green industry, so making our work seem like home would not really work out too well. And I got to wear like steel toe boots.
Yeah, I got you. All right.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Todd.
Of course, Mike. I appreciate it. Have a good one.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Spell it out, folks.
T-double-D.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Now, from the WHIO News Center, here are the 3 big things you need to know. A man in Auglaize County is arrested following an expensive scam. We have the details on some local warming centers that are open, and our current top local story, a winter storm watch for the entire Miami Valley starting Saturday.
This traffic report is sponsored by Grismer Tire and Auto Service. Expert brake repair you can trust. Make sure you can stop when you need to the most. Get a little peace of mind by making an appointment today with your trusted brake repair experts at GrismerTire.com.
Good news if you're headed out to the freeway system. Everything is running at posted speeds with no accidents. A crash on Wolf Creek.
Thank you, Clinton. Yeah, I've seen that too, Harvey. That's just gross. People taking off their shoes and socks on a flight. Animals. You know, the other thing too that I don't think is a good idea, and I wear flip-flops when it's nice out. I don't know that I wore them as much this year as I have in the past, but I've seen people like get on planes in flip-flops because they want to be comfortable. Now, I understand that, you know, the flip-flop is sort of protecting your foot from whatever might directly be on the floor. You're still going to, you know, might get some contamination. But what I worry about is if something goes wrong on the flight and you find yourself in a situation where you have to run, right? Or your plane crashes on an island, like in that TV show, Lost. You don't want to be on an island with nothing but flip-flops, or the jungle with flip-flops. You want to be prepared for the worst. Yeah, I mean, when there's a tornado, if there's a tornado warning anywhere close to, wherever we might be, if I'm at home, I immediately put on my steel-toed boots. Put on my boots and make sure I got all my stuff that I might need for dealing with the elements. That's what you got to do. Oh yeah, Jude. And I'm that's fine. I mean, I don't misunderstand. I like if I was in the Far East, like I have a cousin that lives in Japan. If I went to go visit my cousin and the custom is there to take off your shoes, I would 100% do it because that's the custom. But I'm not a fan of, just showing up at somebody's house. Or like, oh, you got to take your shoes off. Like, no. Is there anything on my shoes? No. I'd like to know ahead of time. Just let me know ahead of time. And maybe I'll bring something. Maybe I'll bring some slippers. Some indoor slippers. Sounds like a Seinfeld episode. Why do I have to take my shoes off? I also didn't like the fact that at Mary's house, her grandma didn't have a shoe rack. They are all just thrown in a corner. Then it's a scramble to find your shoes. And all the shoe foot fungus is bouncing from one shoe to the other. Thank you, Jude. I appreciate that.
Cars being removed ahead of the snow. We'll have more of that at 6. Now back to the evening edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO. Welcome back to the show. Todd Hollst. Call Todd now, 937-457-1290.
He's Ohio man,
back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook and YouTube. Well, this happened over the weekend up in Cleveland. Let's see, January 18th, cops were dispatched to Petco. Petco. The manager there reported that he saw a man take a fish from a tank, bite the fish, and then put it back into the tank. The man then immediately left the store and drove away in what may have been a Dodge Journey. Police checked the area, were unable to locate the vehicle. The store's manager told cops that she learned of the incident when another customer shared a video from a cell phone. Police found the koi fish, which measured 3 inches in length, was swimming in the tank and did not appear to be injured. That is one tough koi. One tough koi. After seeing the video, the manager walked up to the suspect and told him to leave the store. That's when he fled. And this is what I think is funny. If the man returned, the manager told police, she wanted to pursue a charge of animal cruelty against him and wanted him banned from the store. However, police told her that there would likely not be any criminal charge if the man were identified. So it's okay to go into a pet store and pull a fish out of a tank and chomp down on it? Who knew? Something for Parker to do later.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up, folks.
T-O-double-D.
H-O-double-L. S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
The most intrusive or odd thought that I've had today. Huh. That's a good question, Jeff. I don't know. Most intrusive or odd thought? I did have some thoughts when Mary texted me and said that when she plugged in the treadmill, the power went out and now she can't get it back on. I did have some intrusive thoughts then, if I'm being honest. But I will keep those to myself. Money for nothing. Ooh, look at that. Holy cow. Man, oh man. See what mic is that? That's 4.
Traffic or severe weather happens anytime this hour, we'll break in immediately because you need to know now. This is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
Hold on to
Unbuckle your panties. The party is about to begin.
I can hardly wait.
I love this show. Check 1, check 2, check 3.
Are we ready?
Check 4.
You know what? Enough talk. It's showtime.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
I'm Mr. White Christmas. I'm Mr. Snow. I'm Mr. Icicle. I'm Mr. Tender. Oh, friends call me Snow Miser. Whatever I touch turns to snow in my clutch. I'm too much.
He's Mr. White Christmas. He's Mr. Snow. He's Mr. Icicle. He's Mr. Tenderloin.
Friends call me Snow Miser. Whatever I touch turns to snow in my clutch.
He's too much.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook and YouTube. And, of course, all the talk is about the weather, about the snow. And we have a special guest joining me in the studio right now. But first, hang on. I have to give you the proper introduction. Now, usually we do this on the live stream. You're wearing a T-shirt. Can I put your camera on? Do you care? Absolutely. All right. I didn't know if didn't know if you had to be can only be seen in a coat and tie. James Brown is that way, right? But we got to get our just a cool dude with a big dream, talking weather, walk-on music. Yeah. He's got the dew point and the wind chill. Nick Dunn, a big-time weather thrill. When the clouds roll, all the snow falls, storm front, side winds, hail and golf balls. Nick's there, no need to wonder. He's like the lightning before the thunder. This is the album version. It's extra long. I thought for tonight. Yeah. Nick Dunn, we call him Dunder. Lightning and the thunder. Dunder, feel the dunder. Lightning and the thunder. Dunder. Well, Storm Center 7 meteorologist Nick Dunn, how are you?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. So I opened the show tonight talking about the buzz in the building.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like I compared it to someone's wedding night.
Okay.
That's how excited people are about this storm coming in. So break it down for us. I kind of broke it down last hour. But I always give the caveat. I'm not a meteorologist. I'm not a weather guy. So I'm just reading your graphics that I printed off the interwebs.
Yeah. So in that graphic that you have there was from our noon show. We really didn't make any changes tonight for the evening news. But folks, Austin and I really think that this is going to be a storm that we talk about for a long time.
Really?
We really think so. And it's not necessarily the amount of snow, right? It's not. The snow's not the only part of this. We got two pieces of energy, if you will, coming together. The first of which is the cold that's diving in. It doesn't feel that bad out there right now, but tomorrow morning, we're going to have temperatures in the single digits, wind chills below zero. Yeah. That's kind of the first part of this system. The precipitation's nowhere near us, but that cold air coming in, that's just going to set the stage for a pretty big snowfall. The lower the temperature, the fluffier the snow can be. And so then the reason why that works is when you're colder, the snow doesn't compact on itself because there's less water in each of the snowflakes.
Right.
And so this is not going to be a good snowman type of snow the way that it's looking right now.
Right. It's just going to kind of
it's
layer, pile.
Yeah.
But
and it's not going to be able to like, you're going layer, but then it's not going to like fall down and compact on stuff. It's just going to keep layering up.
Yeah.
So the first part is we've got snow coming in or cold air coming in. The snow comes in as a system off the coast of California, which hurricane hunters are actually flying through, getting valuable data. So what's interesting is about 3.5 to 4 days ago, we knew that there was a chance of something, but I'll be honest, I really wasn't super impressed with our chances of seeing a whole lot. I mean, there were some models that were trying to project 3 inches of ice, Down south,
wow.
That's just way overdone and overblown. And so if to get even 3 inches of freezing rain over 2 days is just not really possible. And the reason for that is you would have to have freezing rain falling heavily, but when it falls too heavy, it just runs off and doesn't have time to freeze.
Right.
So what's interesting is hurricane hunters, they put them out there in the Pacific. Obviously, this is a very calm flight for them compared to what they're used to.
Right.
Of course. We're not talking about like a Category 5, type of storm or anything like that. But that data that they're collecting gets fed back into the models, and it's really helped us hone in the accuracy. And so over the last couple of days, we've already have seen the shifts north to us, and we thought, okay, is this legitimate or not? But the data that the hurricane hunters are getting reflects that, yes, this is a legitimate shift. And we're talking, 5 to 9 inches of snow, Salina, Wapakoneta, and then 8 to 12 for pretty much everybody else, which that's pretty sizable. I did some digging. The last time we had a 2-day snowfall exceeding 8 inches was way back in the 1900s for the month of January.
Wow.
So that in itself is kind of crazy. It's not something that.
So let me ask you this. You said this could be a storm that we're going to be talking about for a long time. And the one storm that I remember that everybody that are from around here that were here back in the 70s, we all talk about the blizzard, the big blizzard. Now, so there's a bunch of parameters that are required for a blizzard. Are we going to come anywhere close to that?
No. So
okay.
we will have some blowing and drifting, but we're not talking like, hurricane force gusts. We're talking, 10 to 25 mile per hour gusts through the storm.
Okay.
The bigger problem that I think that may kind of tie folks back into why we're going to talk about this for a long time, Todd, we've got lows below zero almost every night next week.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Even on Tuesday, we're dry, but gusts of 30 plus miles per hour are just going to take the dry, fluffy snow and blow it around. So if you live near an open field and you're on a township road, I hope your crews are ready, because into next week, I think we're going to have blowing and drifting snow, potentially through at least midweek.
So this could be, this is going to be with us then.
Yeah.
So we're talking school cancellations, definitely delays.
Oh yeah. I would think so. Yeah.
Especially out in the areas where there is, you got a lot of the drifting and you've got fields and the wind just blowing through there. But delays and cancellations for schools this could go on for, and like you said, middle of the week.
Yeah, through at least, and then and that's not even factoring in the wind chill part of it.
Yeah,
because with lows below zero already, it's not going to take much wind to just drop that wind chill even further. I've seen some initial model projections by Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, maybe close to 20 below zero for a wind chill, which that in itself is not record breaking, but that's a result of having a thicker snowpack on the ground. If we didn't have any snow at all, we would probably be okay, relatively speaking. But with snow on the ground, we're not going to warm up a lot during the day. And then at night, if we have a clear sky, whatever little heat we get just radiates away into the atmosphere. So we drop quickly. So yeah, it's not just the snow part, but it's the cold. But I think all of this tied together is going to be something that we remember for a long time.
So you mentioned the ice, the potential of not the 3 inches of ice, like they were saying down south, but there's still a threat.
Most certainly.
A lot of people up here, I have friends and family that are down in that area.
Yeah.
Atlanta area.
Yeah, absolutely.
What are they going to be looking at?
Yeah. So what's interesting, there's 2 big areas of ice that I'm super concerned about. One of those is from roughly southeast parts of Arkansas up through close to Nashville, maybe just west of there. We're talking maybe a 1/2 inch or more of freezing rain, maybe even some spots up to 3/4 of an inch. And then you add on top of that sleet, which if both of those are falling simultaneously, that's going to be just a bigger problem in itself, because sleet pellets, they bounce around. But then if you're throwing freezing rain on top of that, that's just going to be a big problem. And then over into northeast Georgia, north and east of Atlanta, up into the mountains. And then you get into places like Charlotte, North Carolina. What's interesting there, and Austin would be a bigger expert on this than I am, because it's not something that we have to forecast here, but he's from there, so he has. It's called cold air damming, where you get a wedge of cold air that comes down the mountains, essentially. There's more to it than that, but the gist of it is you get a wedge of cold air to come down the mountains, and it impacts your temperatures big time. And so they're looking at the potential. I was just reading the Weather Service in Charlotte's information. They have ice accumulations from freezing rain ranging from 0.3 to 0.75 of an inch of freezing rain And then on top of that, sleet accumulations of up to 2 inches.
And you were giving me some sort of statistic about the weight. Like what was it? An inch of ice?
Yeah. So for every quarter of an inch of freezing rain on a power line, so you've got, just imagine 2 poles, right? And you've got one power line that goes across. So when we talk about power lines, it's just that one line that goes between those 2 poles. Every quarter of an inch of ice is 500 pounds of weight. And that's crazy to think about. But when you think about, okay, a quarter inch, when we start talking about that, even up here, we start talking, okay, there'll be at least a few probably spotty outages. And especially if you add any wind to it, because when you start to weigh down the power lines, if you get any kind of wind and those lines start to sway, they're probably going to eventually touch each other as well.
Yeah. You get that, but you also get the wind blowing branches and trees and limbs, that are dying, falling off and taking down power lines.
Yeah. And so I think the bigger concern for those that are expected to get ice is especially in those areas with poor infrastructure. You throw a ½ inch, 3/4 of an inch of ice. I mean, you're talking just from one pole to the next, anywhere from 500 to potentially 1,500 pounds of weight. That's just not going to hold up well for those folks. So if there's one thing to be thankful for, it's that we're not getting that.
Yeah.
Because especially down south where some of those folks are not used to this, I could foresee some outages lasting at least a week, if not 2.
Yeah.
So that could be crippling. I would much rather deal with a foot of snow than an outage for a week or a week or more. That's for sure.
Can you hang on for one more segment?
Absolutely.
Okay, because I would like you to give us whatever timeline you have right now. Okay,
absolutely.
Hang tight.
Yep.
What am I listening to now? What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Spell it out.
T-double-D.
Double-L. S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
Bryce, I don't require guests to remove their shoes, just their shirts. I had a story about a New York City startup that has a policy where they don't allow their workers to wear shoes in the building because they want it to feel comfortable and be like home. So they give them slippers if they want to, or you can go stocking feet.
What's interesting with that snowfall graphic you have there, so I made an alternate version of that. Talks about how many books you're going to need. For the readers out there. That's going to post at 8:00 tonight. I think folks are going to get a kick out of that.
Cool.
So I've seen some meteorologists making some alternate ones just to try to keep some light to it. But I've seen some will do like, how many cases of beer do you need?
Oh,
how many loaves of bread do you need?
Yeah.
So.
Leslie says, thank Nick for coming in and talking to us.
You're very welcome.
He's just a bunch of fun.
I try.
He is a bunch of fun.
Yeah.
Recently engaged.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Exciting, but some hectic times ahead, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen the post I've been tagged in, but Taylor is going to be one of Caitlin's bridesmaids.
Oh,
Taylor just posted that today. And then Adriana Michaels, who's filled in for us here, is going to be one of them as well.
Oh, cool.
So
well, it's nice that they became friends with your fiance.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Taylor, especially, but I think Adriana will be very ecstatic about it, but so yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Cool.
Definitely looking forward to it. I will be sure to send you an invite.
Oh, please.
Yes.
I am allowed to perform ceremonies.
Okay. But we are doing a dry wedding, so there is that.
Oh, a dry wedding.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
All right.
Neither one of us are
drinkers.
Are big drinkers. So
that's good. That's good. Don't start.
No, I definitely don't plan on it.
You hear that, Will?
I got it. More like your guy next door there.
We have a call from California. What? And I had a interview scheduled last Friday.
Mhm.
The guy, that Price is Right live.
Oh
That goes around.
Yeah.
The guy who is the game, like the host, was scheduled. I was scheduled to interview him on Friday.
Okay.
And I totally spaced on it. So I rescheduled for today, 2:00. I was in here at 1:30. I was ready to go, and he never called. And then he calls at 4:00, and I'm on the other part of the building because he thought it was 2:00 his time. So we've now missed twice.
Yeah.
In trying to hook up this interview. So the reason I brought that up is I saw this call, it said from California, and I wondered if it might be him, but it wasn't him.
No.
Was that really a call from California? Oh. He wanted to talk politics. Where are you getting married at?
New Carlisle, the place called the OT Farms.
Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Summer wedding?
Fall wedding.
Fall wedding?
Mm-hmm.
This fall?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yep.
That's a good call. We Mary and I there's a they don't do weddings there anymore, but there was a really nice scenic farm out in Xenia that did these, and she really wanted it, so we went out there, and the one day that they had available was August 25th.
Okay.
And it turned out to be the hottest day of the year. Poor woman.
Don't want that.
She was in her wedding dress out underneath a willow tree, and it was 98 degrees.
That's a bit much.
And I was it was a Western theme wedding. And I was wearing denim jeans, cowboy boots, dress shirt, a vest, a bolo tie, and a hat. I was hot too.
Yeah.
But it was fun. All right, we have about 30 seconds.
Okay.
A Centerville native nominated for an Oscar. We'll have more on that at 6:30. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
And now for our devoted listeners, back to the show.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook and YouTube. And I've got Storm Center 7 meteorologist Nick Dunn in the studio with me. And we're talking about the snowstorm that's heading our direction.
Yeah.
So what's the timeline on this?
Yeah, so I guess the only positive, and I put that in quotation marks, is that it's on a weekend.
Right.
But it's also maybe a negative. Got big football games, and I get that. So here's the deal. We think that Saturday mid-afternoon is when the snow will start. It is likely going to be light at first. So, if you watch us at 11 o'clock Saturday night, you may think, oh, well, this is just going to be nothing at all. Might have an inch or two on the ground by then. We get into the overnight hours, and we get the bigger push of moisture from the low that's coming out of California. And we're talking probably snowfall rates of an inch an hour for several hours.
Oh, wow.
While a lot of us are asleep.
Yeah.
So, starting 2-3 in the morning, we have some heavy snow kicking in, and that just kind of lasts at times really through the entire day Sunday. Now we get into the afternoon, the snow will lighten up again. but it will not completely shut off until probably sometime when we go to bed Sunday night. So the snowfall rates at 1 inch an hour, that could last for, a total of at some point during the day of upwards 6 hours or so. So that right there in itself is 6 inches of snow. And that's something that around here typically causes mass
chaos.
Delays. Yeah,
mayhem.
Mayhem across the board.
So you mentioned earlier that this isn't going to be a heavy impacting, like packing snow.
Yeah.
It's going to be more of a light fluffy because of the temperature.
Yep.
So might that make it easier to deal with? I don't know.
I'm hoping. So if you have a leaf blower,
yeah,
that would be something. Make sure you have charged up if you don't want to use a shovel. I mean, look, a foot of snow to shovel is going to be a pain, no matter if it's wet or dry. If it's wet, that's obviously a bigger concern for the amount of weight.
Right.
And then that poses heart attack risks and stuff like that. But folks, I mean, I would just stress, I would make sure that you have enough supplies to get through the weekend, maybe at least through the start of next week.
Yeah.
Just with the fact that it's going to be so cold, I know a lot of folks, they like to, for whatever reason, go out and buy like 2 weeks worth of, bread and milk and eggs and all that. You definitely,
beer.
Yeah. And beer.
Yeah.
And so, I would just make sure you have enough supplies to get through. This is not something we've never experienced, but for those of us that are younger, I wasn't around for 78.
Sure.
But we're not talking blizzard. You got to have, 30 plus mile per hour gusts for 3 hours in a row, plus a quarter mile visibility for 3 hours in a row. If those things don't happen for 3 consecutive hours, you don't have a blizzard. And so I don't foresee that happening. We're not talking gusts that high.
Right.
But there will be some reduced visibility and travel. I think during the height of the storm, we're talking overnight Saturday going through much of the day Sunday, could be very challenging. And then for folks, obviously we got to go back to work in school Monday. I don't want to get the kids all excited and teachers overly excited just yet, but I think the chances of that happening are pretty slim.
Probably
the way it looks right now.
Yeah.
So at least that's for Monday. So yeah, that's something we're going to be fine tuning. And this is also a storm where, the forecast we put out, this evening on the news is not our final call. This is going to be something where we probably have to adjust any fine tune adjustments tomorrow, maybe even into early Saturday morning before the first flakes start to fall. Just because of the longer duration. If this was only going to be a 6-hour storm, we would probably have such a good handle on it tomorrow. We could say, hey, lock it in.
Yeah.
But this may be it may not be a case where we can put the padlock on it until Saturday morning. But the position that we're in right now is pretty good.
You said you could be here tomorrow night, all going according to schedule.
Yep.
You'll be back here tomorrow night, same time, and we'll get an update. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate it. Take care, man.
What am I listening to now? What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
Double D.
H.
Double L.
S. T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
This is the station Dayton turns to first for live team coverage of breaking news. WHIO, Dayton, Springfield. Over 90 years as the Miami Valley's weather, traffic, and news station. Depend on it.
I'm Sierra Lawson. It's our top local story. A winter storm watch going into effect for the entire Miami Valley starting Saturday morning through 1 a.m. Monday. Storm Center 7 Chief Meteorologist Austin Cheney.
In addition to the widespread heavy snow this weekend, extreme cold is also likely. We're going to have single-digit low temperatures starting Saturday morning, continuing Sunday morning, Monday morning. Then we're down below zero Tuesday morning. We're going to need to use all those cold weather precautions, check on our friends and neighbors.
You can hear more in Austin's forecast coming up in just moments. In downtown
Buttons, 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 buttons. Will was like, what? So when I'm live, I'm doing my show.
Yeah.
This pot right here, I turn on and pot up so the people on the live stream can hear the show, hear the feed. what happens is I sometimes get distracted very easily, and I forget to turn off that pot. So what they end up hearing is they end up hearing the news and the traffic and the commercials. And, this started years ago. And now whenever I do that, I get a bunch of messages up here that say buttons.
Nice.
Yep. Clinton, that's funny. I love that. That's funny. I have a hat like that. I think I'll find it. I'll try to find it tonight and I'll wear it tomorrow.
Nice.
Trooper hat, furry trooper hat.
Yeah.
I have two. I have one that is black and one that is like looks like rabbit fur. Yes. You know what, Leslie? That was on my list. I had a list of things to talk to Nick about, and I didn't get to the exploding trees. So when it gets really cold in some areas, I guess the sap inside the tree freezes and then expands, and then the trees explode from the inside out.
Dang.
Yeah. Yeah, just Google exploding trees. Hey, Parker, I'm going to do the Ford's thing.
Breaking news, traffic, or severe weather happens anytime this hour. We'll break in immediately because you need to know now. This is Dayton's News and Talk, WHIO.
Everybody, could I have your attention, please?
I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Now, hold on, dummy. Just you listen to me.
Now, listen to me carefully. You boys got something to say to me? Why don't you talk into the microphone?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me at 457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook and YouTube. Shout out to Storm Center 7 meteorologist Nick Dunn. Just spent the last half hour here on the show talking about the snowstorm that's going to be rolling in Saturday and all the cold. I didn't get to talk to him about exploding trees. Had that on my list. That's a thing. I'm sure he's heard about it. He's a big-time weather geek. Maybe I'll bring it up tomorrow night. He's going to be on just after 6 o'clock. If you'd like to win a $50 gift card to Ford's Garage, it's a burger place. Prime Burgers, craft beer, down in Liberty Township. Be the fifth caller right now at 937-457-1290. They have craveable supercharged bowls featuring honey chipotle chicken, seared ahi tuna. Thank you, Parker, for last night. Ahi. I thought it was iha. It's ahi. Lemon herb shrimp and the new Ford's Burger Bowl. You can check them out, fordsgarageusa.com, but they're located down in Liberty Township, just off of 75, only about like a half an hour drive. But if you'd like to score that $50 gift card, be the fifth caller. It's that time, second week in a row. Will, my intern, is here. Let me turn on your camera. This year, he came back from winter break, and he's now 18. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't put on your mic here. Yeah. And he said I could put him on camera. So now he's on camera, and he's here to do his Punchline Report. It's Will's Punchline Report.
I know every punchline.
Okay, I'm waiting for the punchline.
Oh, you want to hear the punchline?
Well, I guess that's why they call it a punchline.
What's up? Punchline.
It's the punchline, man.
Now, here's Will. So if you don't know the story about Will, I have to reset this every time because we get new listeners to the show all the time, and they may not have any idea that I have an intern or who you are, Will. But Will is a local college or high school student. And he reached out to me at the end of the school year last year saying, hey, I want to be a comedy writer when I show up. Can I do something on your show? Can I come on and help or just be around it and learn and that sort of thing? So I had him in. And after it was determined that he wasn't some weirdo, I said, well, why don't we do something on the show with you? You know, you could come on and do some sort of feature. Well, one of his big inspirations is Saturday Night Live. And in particular, the Weekend Update, where he's going to give us a headline of some story that he found, and he's going to give us a punchline. Now, the best part is I get to sort of judge it.
He's brutal.
I'm brutal, but what have I told you many, many times?
Criers get fired.
That's right. So I give him a thumbs up or a thumbs down with some sound effects, and that's how we do it here on Will's Punchline Report. All right, Will, hit us with number one, please.
The fashion designer Valentino died in Rome on Monday. The cause of death? Jean shorts.
You know, back in my day, we called those jorts. You ever heard that term before?
Yes, I have.
Now, you're in high school. Are jorts making a comeback?
Sort of. They're like the skater jeans that are super baggy and come down like just past your knees.
Okay. All right.
Those have come back.
Those are, yeah. That, looking back, it wasn't a great look.
No.
Not a good look at all. Especially when I would see people then tuck in their shirt. Like they tuck in their polo shirt and with the jorts. It was just not a good look. Anyway, moving on.
Great British Baking Show judge Prue Leith
has announced that she is leaving the show, citing chronic food coma.
I like that. That's a good one. My wife and I watched that show. We enjoy that show, and I can see, there's a high potential for food coma, especially with all those dessert shows. And
definitely.
Yeah. All right.
12 tech workers have set a record for keeping 25 balloons in the air for 1 minute. Said the workers, make AI do that.
I saw that video, and it took them 2 tries. And basically, it was 12 people.
Yeah.
Some had 2 balloons. I think they all had 2 balloons, and they had to just keep bouncing them up in the air. And sometimes they'd have to help a partner with theirs, because it almost hit the ground. And I thought that doesn't seem too hard. You just have to find 12 people who'd be willing to do that.
Yeah, I saw that at school dance once.
Oh, did they break a record?
They didn't break a record, but there was they ripped at least 10 balloons off the wall. There was just this giant circle of kids in the corner playing with those.
Sounds like a typical high school dance.
Yep.
All right, let's hear the next one.
The driver of a hearse with a body in the back was recently seen picking up food at a restaurant in Australia because even a dead body can't stop DoorDash.
That'd be a little weird,
Yeah.
You realize somebody's in the back. Like, what are they swinging through just to grab some burgers on their way to the cemetery or something? That's weird.
Yeah. The New York Post published an entire article this week about William Shatner eating a bowl of cereal while driving, prompting many young people to say, "Who's William Shatner?"
I like that. I like that little twist there at the end. Yeah, you got to do it you got to deliver it like Shatner. Who's William Shatner?
Did I do it good?
Yeah, I thought you did a pretty good job.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think you're not trying to be an impersonator. You just, that was my little spin there. But go ahead anyway.
All right. A passenger on Southwest Airlines was arrested after throwing a pizza at a man he claimed was flirting with his wife. The man used what has been termed a pie in the sky attack.
I like that. That does sort of go against my hard fast rule of using food as a weapon, especially pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Especially pizza. That was a good one. All right. You got any more?
2 more.
Okay.
A new study suggests a complex pulley system was used to construct the Great Pyramid of Giza, replacing the previous theory, aliens.
All right. I'm feeling generous tonight.
Oh, thank you.
That was good. Yeah. So far, I'm digging them. I think these could be on SNL for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Final one.
Last one.
A snowplow driver confessed to snorting 3 lines of cocaine before crashing into a garage. I guess he plowed through more than one kind of powder that day.
Yes! I love that, Will. Good job.
Thank you.
That last one, that was a humdinger, as they say. Good job.
Thank you.
Good job. Everybody give Will a nice round of applause. Good job. All right. Thank you very much. 937-457-1290. We got Karen in Butler Township. Hey, Karen.
Hey. Well, I'm not good at jokes, but I did understand the last one.
You like the last one?
I really liked the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. And I got to tell you this before I go on. I never miss your show. If I'm in the car, I'm listening to you. The minute I get home, I come in the house and turn you on and listen till you go off the air.
That is amazing, Karen. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Well, what I called for, I mean, I realize snow is snow. We're not used to it, but I have a home in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan.
Yeah.
Just got back, and we had over 20 inches. And up around around Keweenaw Peninsula and Feeney, which is only about 12 miles from us. They were getting over 2 foot.
Oh my gosh.
And then last year when I went to see my girlfriend, it was like blizzard conditions. I think I was the only one on the road. I had to go through this little town of Curtis.
Oh my gosh.
15 miles. But I kept going. I thought I can make it. I can make it. And I did. So I'm used to driving in a lot of snow.
Yeah, yeah. Have you heard of the exploding trees?
No.
So apparently this is a thing, and it might be happening up in Michigan, Minnesota, the Dakotas, because it's supposed to get really cold, like minus 20, minus 30, something crazy in some of these areas. And
Right.
and I guess what happens is the sap freezes, and then I guess maybe expands a little bit, and then the trees explode from the inside out.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's not going to happen here. It's not going to get that cold.
Right.
But I just
right.
thought
Well,
maybe being
yeah,
from
I did
up
hear
there.
we're going to get about 20 below. So
Yeah.
I've got a lot of property. So maybe some of my trees will explode by the time I get back up there.
Now maybe there'll be less leaves you have to rake.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Oh, yeah. So, well, I just wanted to tell you, I'm used to driving in a lot of snow, and I'm really excited about getting some here because we very seldom get much snow.
I got you. Well, I got to run here, Karen. I appreciate your call.
Okay, thanks.
All right, there you go. That was nice. Nice of her. I would not want to be up there in that weather. There's just no way. I mean, not even just for fun for a day. Like if I could be airlifted and then dropped in and then airlifted out the next day. No, that's just too much snow and too cold. There's no way.
What am I listening to now?
What is this?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Spell it out.
Double D.
H.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO.
So there's a call from a guy named Jeff in Monroe, and it's a comment about my intern. And Parker says he doesn't sound happy. Oh, he hung up. He just hung up. Good. I wasn't going to take the call anyway, but you just have to prepare yourself for that kind of crap, you know? All right. Mary says whoever guesses the closest amount of snowfall at the airport, the other one has to buy them an ice cream cone. I'll take that bet. I said 9 inches. Mary's guess 7.5. Probably the the place that we had our ice cream social. The air, what's it called? Airline.
I
The
was
air-
there. I should know this.
Huh?
I was there. I should know
Yeah.
this.
The airline. Crap. Airline dairy. Airline dairy cream. That's it.
Yes.
The airline dairy cream. And then gets hit by a car. Oh. Dogs are dumb. Yep, I've seen that, Cynthia. Coverage. I bet you have a lot of friends that talk that way.
A few.
From the birthplace of aviation, WHIO Dayton, WHIO FM Pleasant Hill.
Nobody likes to be told what to think. Our news is right down the middle. Dayton's News and Talk is WHIO. Depend on it.
ODOT removing broken down cars ahead of the snow. We'll have more on that at 7 o'clock. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
Look, fellas, I got to say, I love the show.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. Live stream is up on Facebook and YouTube. Tomorrow morning, make sure you wake up bright and early with Miami Valley's morning news. They will have the latest from the Storm Center 7 team of meteorologists on the winter storm that is heading our direction. Should be here Saturday afternoon. That's when it's going to start. We had Nick Dunn earlier, meteorologist Nick Dunn on, and he'll be back tomorrow night here on the show to give us an update. But what they're talking about is that it's going to start early in the afternoon on Saturday. It's going to be kind of light. But then as we get into the nighttime hours, overnight hours, they're looking at snow at maybe the rate of an inch every hour. and that's going to go on all through the night and all day Sunday afternoon, and start to taper off a little bit Sunday evening. But the best, if there's any good news in this, is one, we're not going to have ice like some of the other areas. At least that's what they're saying now. We're not going to have to contend with that. And the snow is going to be light and fluffy. Yes, it's because it's going to be very, very cold, which is no fun. But it might make snow removal for you on your front porch and your driveway and sidewalk and wherever much easier, as well as it will for the road crews who are going to be busting their rears over the next couple of days. So wake up tomorrow morning, Miami Valley's morning news, 4:30 start time, and they will keep you up to date on the latest with this storm heading in our direction. Have a terrific Thursday night. Don't forget, you can get the podcast of the show at eveningedgetodd.com. Many other podcast platforms. Follow me on social media, Facebook and Instagram at Evening Edge Todd. Have a terrific Thursday, and we'll talk to you tomorrow just after 5 here on the Evening Edge.
That's it, we're done. It's over already?
Yeah, should have been here sooner.
Game over! Sorry, guys, I gotta run, but there will be another show. When?
Sure, I'll be back tomorrow.
Same crap, different day. At least he's consistent.
Good night, everybody!
All right, everybody. Have a great night. See ya.